Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today. Walter, still struggling with this cold that I picked up. In the previous video for Whiteboard Wednesday, we discussed what is sharp. Now I'm rolling a lozenge around in my mouth to try to keep the coughing down. So forgive me for that. I wanted to take you down a different path, and that's not eliminating the burr like we do when we sharpen, but preparing the steel to create a burr. Card scrapers. Also cabinet scrapers. They're a little different, but similar. This is the end view of a card scraper. The first most important thing is you want a flat top, 90-degree corners, both sides. And in the previous video, we talked about what is sharp. Sharp is two faces coming together to create a point, an apex. In this case, it's 90 degrees. For a chisel, it's 25 or 30 degrees. Now, once you have filed and honed and polished to whatever level your heart desires, you are now ready to condition the steel, and you need a burnisher. Holding it flat on the card scraper, you saw me in the earlier video, click, 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 back and forth. What I'm doing is conditioning the steel on that face. Then I flip it over, I do this face. Then I flip it over, I do this face and this face. Those all get conditioned at the same time. Then we put it in the vise and we condition the top, keeping it 90 degrees. Now, I am not a metallurgist, but I do know enough about steel to know that steel has a grain pattern to it, and it has particles, and it's got, for a simplistic way of thinking about it, it's got carbide bits in it. It's got hardened bits in it. By conditioning the steel, what we're doing is we're telling the steel, we need you to behave a certain way. Okay, it can't be just willy-nilly. So that conditioning I drew in here in red. So that for the last step in preparing a scraper, you take your burnisher and you come in at an angle. What that angle is, it can be 5 degrees, it can be 7, just an angle. We roll a burr. And I showed the burr here in red up here. One here and one there. Now, the interesting aspect of those burrs is that they are, how can I draw that? They are pointy. Okay? They're hanging on to the steel here, but they're pointy. And that's what makes them cut. They're a sharp edge. That's why you see the shavings that look almost like a plane shaving. So now, I take my card scraper here and I present it to the wood, and the burrs here are now in blue. And it's showing that I'm pulling it, but imagine standing over there pushing it, okay? So what you do is you come in and you find the angle where those hooks begin to cut, and you will get shavings. It's that simple. And if we were talking about a cabinet scraper would be 45. And you condition this one the same way. You condition it on the inside, you condition it on this top edge, and then when you come in with your burnisher and you roll that hook, it's going to look like that. I don't have a microscope, I can't show you, but that's what's in my gedenk up here. So there you have it, card scrapers. How we are training the metal, the steel, to accept the burr in the shape that we want it to, and we want it to hang on. We want it to stay there. As opposed to when we're sharpening chisels and planes and knives, we want the burr to come off. Okay? Totally different. Any questions? Does this help? If you like this presentation and you want to see more like this, give it the old thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. And don't forget to subscribe and share. But head out to your shop. Go make some shavings. Walter out.